Hi, let us continue to the second video on strategic choices. Okay, so this second video, I'm going to focus on an organization achieving growth and diversification. Okay, now when we talk about growth and diversification, so the specific model that I would like to discuss with you in this case would be the ANSOF, product market mix matrix. So that would be the main model that I would like to discuss with you. Now the second one would be on the SAF model, which actually came out in the September SBL exam, September 2018. Okay, now let us focus our discussion on the ANSOF product market mix matrix first. Now, in terms of ANSOF product market mix matrix, so let's have a look at the matrix. So the very first one, we have the market. So you have existing market and also new market. Then we have the product. So existing product, new product. Okay, so now let us develop the matrix. So existing market for existing product, that would be market penetration. So if we are looking at offering existing product in the existing market, so basically this is known as market penetration. So an organization should only pursue a strategy of market penetration if they believe the market still has potential for growth. So this strategy should only be pursued if there is still a potential for further growth. That means the market is yet to be matured. Because if it is a matured market, there is limited upside of growth. Therefore, it would be foolish for the organization to pursue any form of strategy for growth. Meanwhile, offering existing product in a new market. So this is market development. So it involves organization bringing its product, its existing product, to a new market. So this strategy is suitable, especially when the existing market for the product is already matured. So an organization should seek new market because this would allow the organization to extend its product life cycle. The next strategy. Now, the next strategy is offering a new product in existing market. So when an organization offered a new product in an existing market, this involves product development. So a product development could be pursued by an organization if the company has a strong brand, or they are actually responding to competition. So when an organization responds to competitor who has introduced a new product, so we will have to come out with another one which is better than the competitor. And finally, offering a new product in a new market. So this is obviously a diversification strategy. So diversification strategy, we can have the related and unrelated diversification. Okay, so that would be regarding the ANSOF product market mix matrix. which actually allows an organization to explore different strategy to achieve growth and diversification. Meanwhile, let us look at the SAF model. Now, the very first thing is, from our earlier discussion, we realize that organization has a lot of possible alternative strategy. So at the end of the day, we have to decide whether the strategy would be suitable or not for the organization. Should the organization pursue the strategy? So when evaluating a strategy, we have to consider the SAF model. Now, under the SAF model, the very first one is suitability. Now, suitability involves an organization considering whether do the strategy fit within the company's mission. Does it consider the organization's SWOT? So these are aspects that we will consider in terms of suitability. Looking at the strategy, does it fit within the SWOT, within the missions of the organization? Meanwhile, in terms of acceptability, basically we are looking at the stakeholders. What would be the potential reaction from the stakeholder? Do we believe that the stakeholder can accept the strategy? So that would potentially involve considerations of returns and cash, risks as well. Finally, feasibility. So when we talk about feasibility, we are talking about resources. So resources is more than just monetary side of it. Yes, do we have the capital? Do we have the manpower? Do we have the machine, the assets? Do we have the management skill? And is there a market for it? So these are aspects that we have to take into consideration in terms of feasibility. So considering all of this, we will then come to a conclusion whether the strategy is suitable or not. So that wraps up my second video on strategic choices, growth, and diversification. So I'm going to end with the last video on strategic business unit.